Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm kinda Stip and this is going to be part 9 of my Imperial campaign we're playing as Britannia. And in this episode I'm going to be trying to make an attack against Narbo Martius. I know that the Gauls do have a lot of forces in this neighborhood, but I don't think that I should be waiting around too long. I keep saying that I want to build up my forces, but at the same time I do want to continue my momentum that I've had. I feel like I've had a pretty decent pace in this campaign so far, and I do want to maintain that pace if I can. So despite the fact that my army in Lebanon is not up to snuff, and despite the fact that my army down here in the province of Transalpine Gaul is a bit banged up, can I actually hire anything? Ooh, barbarian cavalry mercenaries. Yeah, I think I always want these. Do I have, how many units do I have in this army? Just the one unit of 54? Oh no, I have a 42-man unit here as well. But yeah, I think I always want these guys. I'll always pay that price. They really do cover up a glaring hole in the Britannia unit roster. And as much as I do like to play with the faction roster's weaknesses as well as their strengths, when it comes down to routing enemy units, like that's just so haggard with chariots. And the dogs help. But the dogs can only do like one unit before they get too distracted. And then you're left with chariots, and that's just so haggard. That's like where I draw my line with unit roster weaknesses. I'm like, nope, if I can't run shit down, that sucks. That sucks so much. So I always want to get these guys. So this is kind of a weird situation because the German army that was attacking up here somewhere, they retreated down here. So they're on their allies' territory, but I don't know if they have a military agreement, so I don't know if this is causing issues between the two factions. That would be kind of funny if it is. And while I am tempted to make this attack, then I'm afraid that this army would then be within reach of these two armies. In this situation, he's at least in ambush stance, so I have that going for me. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this. It's kind of a weird situation. In fact, I just realized, I remembered when I was looking at the traits and retinue procs a while back, and I know that this is one of them. If you are within the command zone of one of the armies, or maybe even a settlement as well, and if you don't attack, that does potentially cause some issues. You get like a bad trait, like a hesitant to attack kind of trait. So hopefully he doesn't get that, because this is my amazing faction leader slash General Prestatagus, the Conqueror. Goddamn, good title. So we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out, and we're going to wait until these three head hurlers come down to this army, and then that's it. That's going to be it for the waiting, and then we'll be marching off. Now, this army's general, Calpurnus, I was going to send him up here, because since we were waiting, I was like, oh, I'll just send him up here to place out some watchtowers, and now I'm like, nope. Go right back to Lebanon, and let's get ready to attack Narbo Martius from both sides. Yeah, the both armies are they're not ideal, full strength armies, but I think that together they can hammer down the Gauls around this neighborhood. So we're going to work on that. Also, I did talk about this at the end of the last episode, but I do want to start upgrading my military tech infrastructure on my western frontier in Lebanon. Potentially Condate Redinum as well, I haven't quite decided, but at least here I'm going to be building a meeting hall so that I can train some swordsmen eventually. And same thing in Britannia. This kind of makes me uncomfortable, but I feel like I need to do it because this is the second decent sized brigand rebellion army that I've had up here, and I can't keep sending continental armies up here to defend Britannia. Like, I have to have the ability to train stuff up here. That might not go completely to waste either. I might be able to train local armies that are able to raid / conquer northern Germania territory as well. It's going to be a bit of a bite out of my economy. Each building costs 1,200. Like the meeting hall and the blacksmith and the stable and the practice range, they all cost 1,200. So those are significant investments. So it's tough. It is. And I might not be getting all of them up here in Britannia, but at the very least. So I can't even train warband here. So getting the muster field, it's cheaper. That would be nice. But how about instead, so I can get warband here in Deva and Londinium as well. What if instead I do something else, like get the blacksmith so that I can just get the chariots up here in a Boricum, and then like the meeting hall so that I could get swordsman and Deva. So yeah, that hurts. That does hurt. And I'm still building the High King's Hall for my tier 3 settlement here in Londinium. So yeah, one more turn before that's done. And then maybe we get something here in Londinium. Although I'm going to want to focus on getting a port first. So the shipwright, I think it's the tier 2 port. Yeah, whatever gets me more money is probably going to be the priority up there. Terra, I don't know. The fact is that anything that I train in Terra needs a boat to bring it down over here. So I don't know if that's what I want to do up here. Yeah, I'll hang tight for now. And then Candatia Redinum, do I want... No. See, getting a building that can just... See, the stables for the Britons only get 2 warhounds. That's it. That's all it does. Now, that's useful. I think that warhounds are a useful unit that I will be including in my armies. Like, all of them if I can. I think they are very useful for running down fleeing units, and they do cause a little fear factor, I believe. It's been kind of hard to discern that in the game code. It's been kind of difficult to find out exactly where the fear debuff for warhounds lies. It's not in the game files. It's really tough for me to find. But I think that it does exist. I think that there is like a -2 morale penalty for warhounds against enemy units. I think so, but yeah, getting like a, 1,200 denarii stables just to get warhounds is a little bit haggard, isn't it? And that's very similar to the practice range as well. It just gets me slingers. Again, no upgrade. It's just this unit. Useful, yes. But something that I really did, experience in my previous campaigns is that the AI does build up their settlements. So in many situations, conquering places does allow you to train other things in those places. I mean, it's actually not bad. So in Narbo Martius, we might be able to train stuff here. I don't know what these 4 mystery buildings are. I have a spy that can potentially give us a little hint on that. So maybe he'll go up there next turn and tell me what is what. We can at least get swordsmen here. So there's that. Yeah. So that's something. We can also get +1 experience with this shrine to Tatus. Yeah, but we're gonna have to conquer some stuff, because if I'm spending all this money on military tech, that's not economy tech, that's military tech. That starts to make me a bit nervous. We are blockading the Gauls down here, and they're actually, yeah, that's right. One of the reasons why this is a solid opportunity to potentially do something here is that I think there was a 3rd Gallic army that marched west, and I'm not sure exactly what that army's goal is. But the fact that it's not here makes me think that there's an opportunity, so yeah, we'll see about that. And then this fleet up here, let me check that they're being retrained. They are, but I think I need to put this unit back here for that to work. Yeah, let's get those boats retrained up, and then they can sail east to potentially blockade some German ports. This one hasn't been built up yet, which is interesting. Yeah, there's been no German boats that I've seen, which has been nice. It gives me some hope that maybe I can have my way with them up here in the waters. But yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting that they have been pushing against me, but like not in an overwhelming amount, which has been rather nice. Orders. And then this army is going to be continuing to mop up brigands, in the neighborhood. This brigand has captured this watchtower, and we no longer have visibility with it, so that's obviously not ideal. So I'm going to be trying to fix that as soon as possible. So I think that I might be done with this turn here. I think you've already been moved. You're just out there selling map information, and then maybe I can talk to the Spanish. I will talk to them. Can't remember exactly what my... I was trying to get them to attack the Gauls, and that doesn't seem to be happening right now. I do have a current 100 denarii per turn tribute being paid with them, again, just to kind of keep them on side. That's probably fine for now. I wonder if another way to kind of keep them on side is just to continue to offer map information, like just as a gift, because I probably have discovered more map since I've talked to them last, or since I last sold them map information. So what if I just did that, just as like another thing to kind of give them, like make offer map info and just literally just give it to them. Yeah. And the next time, ooh, I can go up here. So what do the Gauls have? Not much. Not much. Yeah. Luco the Ugly. 2-star general. Well, your mission was to come down and talk to the Carthaginians, because I feel like I don't think we've yet talked to them and or sold map information or anything like that. And if they still have Palma, then we could potentially trade with them depending on where Massilia's trade can go. Do I have a port? Looks like I have multiple trade lines going. I thought that I could only have one per port, but maybe I'm just misreading this. Now it looks like 2 trade lines. Must be an export and an import. Well, in any case, maybe I can trade with the Carthaginians potentially, and I don't think they hold Careless. No, that's the Julii, sure. That's going to do it for this turn, so let's crack on, and let's see if there's any movement down here with the German armies. Yeah, the Gauls are sending not much. That's really not much for me to worry about. Just 1 unit. They want to send it to Massilia. I have a swordsman and 2 swordsmen, so they can definitely beat that 1 warband if it came down to it. General. Obviously, he's right here. Oh, and this German army wanted to march out, so they want to... Yeah, they think they want to take this fight. I don't think they do. Let's send these guys down to reinforce that. And... yeah, we can deal with this with Prostagus's army so that he can continue marching his way up north. And Scipii are the strongest, okie dokie. And High King's Hall is finished here in Londinium, hell yeah. So if we build this ship right, how much would we be making? Ooh, that's some good cash right there. Extra like 375. God damn, yeah, absolutely. How much does that cost? 1520. He's giving me that discount as well. Hell yeah. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Yeah, I need some more of those buildings. I need some more shipwrights. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's gonna really go a long way towards paying for all these military. Ooh, a ceasefire between Numidia and Egypt. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, once I start getting all these armies underway, if I can have shipwrights everywhere, that's going to go a long way towards helping pay for all of that. So, let's see here. Yeah, you're just going to get back. Oh, I thought that there was a barbarian cav mercenary that I could hire. It must have been the same one that was available to him, which is weird to me. I feel like that shouldn't be the same pool. That same mercenary pool, unfortunately. Oh well. So these guys are going to come down here, and you are going to come down as well. And then we can march out from Lemnum next turn. Now, I want at least some of these slingers to march out east, because I don't need, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slingers. General. That seems a little unnecessary. General. Let's send 3 of them, but then is this fine? Not having the swords doesn't feel good, but again, they're going to be working together with his army. And maybe we can hire some more mercenaries on the way down. So yeah, not ideal, but also we have this river crossing that we can kind of hold at and just sort of see and decide for ourselves if we want to continue our attack or not. General. Yeah, we're going to have to time this correctly so that both armies arrive at the same time. But let's just make a move. General. Yes. Again, General. 4 units of light chariots is very, very good. General. And frankly, those 3 head hurlers, despite not having swordsmen, 3 head hurlers can really like just demolish a front line, you know? So that should be fine. And right, yeah, we can't move out this turn, right? Yes. And you, yeah, that's just for these Germans, I guess. Yeah, let's come here first. And okay, so there's that third army is right there. All right. Oh man, that's a lot of guys. I want them to split up, you know. And what do they have here? So they have a blacksmith, so that I could train light chariots here. What are those other 3 buildings though? Can I get inside?
Yes,
93% chance. Come on, give it to me. So he got a trait increase. Good for him. And what's their deal? What do they have here? Market, land clearance, stables, so that I could train those dogs here. And the light chariots, mines, yes, so some good money there from the mines. I haven't built a port yet, those goddamn barbarians. But yeah, no, the blacksmith and the stables, that's nice. So right there, see, like that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's one thing to think, oh, maybe I should spend 1,200 on stables up here so I can train dogs. No, don't. Khan, don't do it, Khan. You just take territory and use their shit. That's what I should be doing. Yeah, so for now, since we're going to be waiting for these guys to come, you jump up here. Now, they're going to run away, but maybe just jump on them. And can we still hit them? No? Seriously? Well, I do have these guys inside of the settlement. 2 mercs, 3 wood warriors, a chariot, and him. I don't know if they'd be in reinforcement range. It's kind of hard to tell. But it's just 5 warband. So can this beat 5 warband? I don't know, actually. It's dodgy. It's with the chariots and obviously the general's chariots. And the wood warriors would struggle head on, you know. It would take a lot of finesse. So even though I said I wouldn't do this, let's just bring his army back down so that we can squish these guys. Oh, they're all going to come on in. Okay. Well, let's make sure that the AI is not controlling those reinforcement armies. Otherwise, I'll be saying goodbye to my faction leader. Hope this works. I've had this not work so many times. So I'm not going to check the armies. I know what they are. I'm just going to do that. And then let's dive on in. We have ourselves a perfect map for chariots, so let's go ahead and those
have arrived. Perhaps it is the time
reinforcements
to kill the enemy.
better not come on the field. They better not. Stay where they are. None of them are moving, right? I'm just traumatized. I'm traumatized by armies coming on in when I feel like I've told them not to, but I must have did something wrong. And it looks like 2 units are coming on, but I'm going to control them. Yeah, I'm going to control Prostatagus and that unit of druids once they're on the map. At this rate, I'm just going to be coming around the sides with my chariots and seeing what I can get done here, seeing if I can maybe get the spear warband to break ranks and come at me. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to see. So maybe if I can come to get them to come forward against my army up here, that would be ideal. At this point, I've been able to bait this spearman unit into range of my slingers. And yeah, they're going to be taking a pounding from my slingers and my light chariots. And yeah, this unit's getting a bit exposed as well. At this point, I'm actually kind of tempted to get my swordsman moved on up. Because they could pounce on this unit and destroy it. At this rate, we can get our swordsmen to surround here, here, and here. Let's move you up. And why am I getting friendly fire? Seriously? You guys are missing that bad? Goddamn, guys. Goddamn. So we're going to be getting a war cry going. And then jump on in, jump on in, jump on in. And then, yeah, you stop shooting because somehow your aim is so bad that you're just friendly firing our own guys. And, oh shoot, I should have been able to ride those guys down as well, but I missed that opportunity. That's okay, we'll get them next time. So, these guys, what are they down to? 30, that's fine. Swordsman, at least 2 of you guys can get back. The other unit can keep chasing for now. And then, chariots, yeah, just get back to your job. You still have plenty of ammo left. So, yeah, we can continue to Just pick these guys apart. Now that this unit has broken as well, let's go ahead and just send the dogs after them. And then you guys can start shooting at that general unit. And then let's bring swordsmen out here. And dogs, yeah, you make sure you're shooting into them. Maybe, you know what, actually just send the dogs after these guys. Yeah, they're closer. I feel like here, we just have the chariots here. So yeah, chariots just continue running them down. That's perfect. And maybe we can break these guys. We just charge in. Dogs are nipping at them from the flank. They're getting shot at. Let's have slingers go off and fire at will. In fact, actually slingers shoot at those guys there. And then dog handlers get back. And then you're shooting at the main general guy. Yes, you are. So yeah, they've been broken and dogs are now nipping at their heels. So yeah, you're shooting at them, I hope. Yeah, so they're going to be taken apart. Let's get my swordsman here, and then barbarian mercs here, and then you get into a formation that makes more sense. And all we need to do now is break this last general. And yeah, now these dogs are going to go right after this captain unit, this general unit. And yeah, they might be able to break them just by themselves. This is a lightly armored unit. Yeah, these German spearmen guys are losing some dudes. Let's continue shooting here, just to make sure we break them a bit faster. And it's interesting.
The enemy warlord lies dead.
It is interesting that despite the fact that we will friendly fire into our own guys if they're chasing after routing units, and our guys will just continue firing. It is interesting that our guys will always not shoot if dogs are engaged, so you have to actually tell them to continue shooting. It's like they actually really care about the dogs' lives, which is just kind of funny. Okay, wow, I really thought these dogs were going to catch these guys, but apparently these are like the fastest Germans in the goddamn world. It's also funny that they're just going to run right through my guys here. Oh, wait, did they?
This is a great victory.
Oh, I think the dogs get... I think that they got stopped by my men right on the line, so the dogs were able to kill them. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, I lost 2 guys. And I was able to defeat their entire force. So, now this army, all these armies can get back to what they were originally doing. You can get back to going up here again. And you'll move down here next turn. And maybe, let's see, do I want these units in here? Yeah, I do. I do actually want to get these woad warriors and these chariots inside of this army. So yeah, I'm going to reorganize this army next turn. And that will make this attacking force a bit more comfortable, I would say, because man, that's a lot. I really want to get these guys to separate, you know? I wonder, it's like the ambush didn't work. I wonder if, looking at this land here, I wonder if I can like raid their territory and get them to attack me. Raid their territory. If I place a general here and then had an ambush here, would that get them to follow the road most likely? So I feel like they would avoid that ambush, but it's worth thinking about. As I move on into the next turn, the Germans have invaded yet again here. So a pretty small stack right next to Alesia. Really, I don't know, just came out of nowhere. I mean, how did they make it this far without me seeing them? I guess there was that brigand army up here. Did the Germans kill that brigand army for me that was up here on my border? If so, that was very nice of them. So this is, yeah, not looking like much. Just 5 units here, and then a full stack right here. Looks like maybe just another full spear warband stack, potentially. And luckily, yeah, you're just going to have to keep disregarding your orders of attacking brigands, and you're just going to have to come up here instead and deal with that army. And then you guys can get to the bridge, I guess. We got these slingers on the way. They can't deal with that army by themselves. I don't know, can they actually get by that army? I don't know if they can. They might get stuck. And speaking of getting stuck, I'm not going to let my guys get stuck here. I'm not. I know I have a brigand army to fight. Actually, shit. Oh, no. Am I going to fight that? If I leave just a unit of peasants to garrison this, that brigand army might just besiege Luminum. Oh, Jesus. There's another brigand army up here. You see what I mean? Like, this is just crazy. And I just, I mean, you're seeing me in this campaign. I'm trying to not prioritize them the way that I did in my previous campaigns because I just slowed down the tempo so much. And yet here I am in this campaign being like, well, the alternative is they besiege my settlements. I can't make money. I can't train soldiers. I can't build boats, agents. I don't make an income from the settlements. All these bad things happen if I potentially, right? But like we've already seen that they do happen. You know, I did have an army up here, besiege Londinium, my most profitable settlements. These things do happen, right? Or block bridges or capture, you know, your watchtowers. All these things happen. You know, it's a tough thing to ignore, and I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's one of those things I've been told this by some people, not a lot, but a couple people have said just ignore them, and I just don't see it. You know, this campaign has been me trying not so much to ignore them, but to not make them my first priority. You know, to make expansion my first priority. But it's tough. It's hard, you know. I feel like there's a lot that I need to fix right now, you know? So yeah, it's a tough thing. Anyway, so the Gauls are continuing to trickle in units here from Mediolanum. It doesn't seem that threatening. I can continue to train soldiers here that at the very least can hold Massilia. So I'm not too threatened by that. An army has moved off, which is nice. That is nice. But that's a full freaking stack there, Narbo Martius. And I don't know if I'd even want to attack that. I think I'd rather besiege it for 6 turns. But then in that 6 turns, would that army return? Yeah, most likely. I don't know where they're continuing, like, I don't know where they continue to think they're going to go. Like, anytime they move off, are they attacking brigands that I can't see? I'm not quite sure what their aim is. Yeah. So, and yeah, anyway, I think that I gotta take care of both of these brigand armies up here. That's...
Orders, Chief.
Sorry, folks,
Orders,
I tried to ignore them.
General. Orders, Chief.
Oh, dear. Yeah, just one at a time. Let's take care of these guys. And 4 naked fanatics, 1 barbarian cav, and a unit of peasants. And we've already seen odd resolve, you know, wreck my forces before. So let's just do this right and get it down on the battle map. The nice thing about fighting naked fanatics with light chariots and slingers is that they do not have a lot of armor to protect against all of the missiles I'm going to be firing in their direction. Now they do have that general unit, which I have to watch out for, but I have a chariot, which, you know, is probably going to do pretty well against that rebel unit, so rebel general unit. So let's continue just to get these guys chasing after us, and you are in skirmish mode, correct? Yeah, so you shouldn't be letting them get too close to you, but yeah, let's just continue to bring them. Let's see if I can get them closer to my slingers, actually. Yeah, let's get you guys all down here and try to get them within range of my slingers and my infantry, and let's get you guys out here. And yeah, naked fanatics, they're just going for it. So let's just turn around here. And general unit by this point can probably give a good charge to those naked fanatics and just rout them. So let's just do that. Let's just turn in here. And let's go. Let's turn off fire at will on you guys. And turn here. And yeah, we're routing. So they're running away on this side. Looks like, yeah, they got a full toss of the warheads going in. So chariots come back out here and apply pressure, and then these chariots turn back up here. And yeah, you're gonna destroy them, right? Yes, you are. Perfect. And then let's just get this organized so that my slingers are back out in front. they only go in for a round 2. I don't think it's going to work out for them. They're getting hit by slingers and arrows yet again. And on this side as well. Maybe should have worn some armor next time. Just something to think about. Pretty cool thing invented called chainmail. And there we go. So they broke. Let's just continue to shoot at them. And then Chieftain can probably think about hitting that unit as well. So yeah, let's just get a charge in here. And oh my goodness, it feels so good to get a... maybe I've talked about that already in this campaign, but yeah, I did get a new keyboard, and God, it just feels... It's like a whole new playing experience, you know, having a keyboard that actually has buttons that don't stick. It was just... Oh God, it was so bad. I can't believe I played with a keyboard for years, you know? That shit like ruins, you know, ruins things. It makes it... It's not just the gaming experience, it's also just like typing. Like really, just like responding to comments on the channel is better now because I have a keyboard that doesn't get stuck. And it looks like their general's going to hit my slingers here, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes. Slingers should have been faster. And let's just get a charge here against them. And here, yeah, it looks like their dude is starting to run away.
Hunt him. Goats make good eating.
And we'll continue to chase there. Looks like we've routed them on this side. Alright, perfect. So we just have to finish... We just have to get this one unit to break and we should be good here.
This is no longer a... This is a great victory!
We did lose 67 men, but no big deal. Probably mostly slingers, which I can just retrain, obviously, in Lemonum, or not Lemonum, but yes, Lemonum, yes. Alright, victory. And you are going to continue to march north to fight a few warband, I suppose. Yeah, and then we can march south. We can stop by Lemonum and just retrain my dudes and go south and pick off that army or unit that's been there for a long time. And then you. So you're fine there. You'll be fine. And
Lord?
What do I do with you? Do I advance into Narbo Martius? Let's see here. While I'm here, let me not forget that I did want to get some of these units switched around.
Orders?
That's good enough. Just put a couple wood warriors in and another spearman. So let's go ahead and move these guys. Let's just play some, let's keep them in ambush for now. And yeah, they're going to probably come down and possibly lay siege to Massilia. But again, I could just sally out and squash them. Can I? Yeah, I can't get chariots here, which is unfortunate. But I can just continue to get head hurlers. Yeah, head hurlers. That's all I really need. And
Orders?
Yeah, you can think about making a move on Narbo Martius next turn. Huh, that's interesting. Those small Gallic forces that were trickling in towards Massilia all just retreated back. I wonder if they just looked at my small 5-unit garrison in Massilia and decided to retreat back. Yeah, that's interesting. And again, yeah, we get a bit of movement here, and I wonder... Huh, yeah, I wonder if Massilia is looking like it's wide open. And I wonder if that's those little scouting elements maybe gave them that idea that they could attack. Because this is the army that was just over here. So they've moved on over and maybe are looking to head in that direction, which I would really appreciate. Yeah.
Yes.
Now it makes me wonder, so how far can you get? So you could get to that bridge, which I obviously don't want to fight a bridge battle against them. But at the same time, I don't want to scare them off. So it's kind of a tough decision to make. Because if that army moves away, I could potentially move in and start to pick these armies off, you know? And this army is probably the stronger army. Yeah, it has the 3 generals and a decent unit variety, whereas these armies are probably all warband. Oh, there's a couple cav units here. Is this all warband? Yeah, this is all warband. Getting rid of that would be nice, just because that's just a lot of bodies to get through, you know?
General.
And... actually, another idea is to kind of go back to plan A, my original plan, of staying and hiding, but trying to, yeah, ambush him.
Forward! Waiting to ambush.
So let's try. Let's see about that. And let's actually not trade anyone else up in Massilia, just to kind of, well, actually, I don't know. Gallic diplomat, he's probably keeping an eye on things. I don't want to scare them off. Alright, settlement besieged. Yes, yes. Up here, we got that full stack. That, yeah, we'll have to come down and deal with it. And here as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they can't get by. That's unfortunate. Let's see, Warband, Wood Warriors, Sanianas. Gosh, they don't have a general. It's all just Warband.
Orders.
And I could get up there in 2 turns. But then this army is kind of gone around me, which is a bit complicated as well. Do have a handful of units here in Lugdunum, and I can continue to train units here in Alesia as well.
Yes.
They're stuck until I clear those brigands from that area. You really can't get around that? No, you can't get around that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, hey, it's more brigands down here. How fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that we have to go north to deal with this first. So Mora Briva just isn't suited to handle this big old stack by themselves. If they had some chariots or some head hurlers or some range units, we could pick off these spear warband. But as is, it's a bit dodgy. So
Yes.
yeah, these guys are gonna have to head north and then head south to deal with this. This might be able to get picked apart by something. Some chariots here. Let's just poke your head out to see if there's nothing to hire. Yeah, there's nothing to hire. Maybe I do want to train stuff in Massilia to send it north to deal with that. Ooh, actually, I could bring these units out. Since this whole army is just kind of, you know, here for now, I don't need these guys here. In fact, I can make Massilia look very empty. This Gallic diplomat should see this and see my units leaving and making the way up here. Yeah, now look guys, look how empty it is. And then yeah, 2 head hurlers and 2 swordsmen along with the units that I have nearby could handle that German army. Sure. Yes. Let's see if I can get some money from the Egyptians for map information. I also want their map information as well. And they want trade, and they want me to give them money. So trade rights, and they demand 1,400 denarii. I don't really want those trade rights. I don't really want to give them money either. I mean, I'll give them some money. I want that map info, really, is my main thing here. So instead of offering... maybe some... What if I offer... I'm about to attack these brigands here, so, this is just kind of funny. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to be attacking some rebels here in this turn, actually. So trade rights, map info, attacking rebels. And all I want in return is map info. That's all I want. And no, they don't need my help. The past shows that you achieve little. What? What? Yo, guys. Every time I say that I'm going to attack a rebel, I do. That's a weird message. Yeah, I don't really understand that. That seems to imply that I have a bad global reputation. At least when it comes to like this in this way. And I've only done this once or twice, and each time I've attacked the rebels right away. So I'm not really sure. That's a weird one. I know the messages don't always mean what they seem to mean, which is confusing. The wording definitely does get a little bit mixed up in regards to what the actual, you know, the emotives of that scenario would imply, but yeah, I don't know. So it looks like we've maybe kind of ended our talks for this turn. Let's just keep heading south. Maybe I can... Ooh, who are you? Armenian? Oh, I should have talked to you. Darn it. I should have been moving slower, and I would have been able to talk to the Armenians in this turn, but you know what? The Armenians are right there, so no big deal.
General.
That is fine. Well, at the very least, we can go talk to the Spanish, and we can tell them that we're going to be talking, or we're going to be attacking the rebels for them. Yeah, this is our offer. This is our exclusive offer to you, our friends. We would never do this to any strangers, you know, that we've met in the far eastern reaches of the world. This is just for our close neighbors and our buddies. So we're going to be attacking our... you, yes. Rebels, yes. And... do I want to demand... It's... I've heard that you can get some money in return for this, which is, again, cool and funny. But I'm still going to err on the side of, like, keeping, like, the Spanish as my homies. So let's just offer it as a gift, and I will do that. And, ooh, oh shit, what do we have down here? Oh, I wanted to talk to the Carthaginians. It looks like the Spanish might get rid of them. I don't know. The Carthaginians have a decent stack here. Round shield cav is like a solid... It's light cav. It's early game cav, but like it's solid. And some good experience and some weapon upgrades as well. What do the Spanish have? All we see is the Iberian infantry? Huh. Yeah, I wonder... Oh, that would work out. Well, I kind of hope that it doesn't work for now because I want to talk to the Carthaginians. Yeah, that was my hope. Can I get my diplomat down here to, like, maybe... Maybe there's a Carthaginian diplomat? There's an army right here, guys. Go help your people. And, do you have a diplomat nearby or no? Not seeing one? Maybe one will show up. Yeah, that was the plan. That's what I wanted. Alright, you guys get up here, and you attack these fools. What do they have? 3 warbands. How fun, how exciting, how novel. Let's kill them. As we advance on these warbands, this unit's going to be baited out, so let's kind of draw them back here. Maybe draw them in range of our slingers. Maybe we can start picking these guys off. Not quite, not quite. And on this side as well, let's just pull back. And are they in range of the slingers? Yes, they are. Yes, let's just kind of keep on them. And yeah, this is what you guys get for hanging out in my territory. No brigands allowed, gosh darn it. I'm fairly confident that this entire battle is just going to be me baiting out this warband and continuing to go back and forth with my light chariots. And I doubt that y'all really need to see this battle to its conclusion. You've seen it before. You understand how it works, and I respect your time, so we'll just be cutting to the end of the battle here.
We need fight no more.
That's gonna do it. I did lose 0 men, and I killed 299. And that's all that needed to get done up here. Well, actually, I'm in the neighborhood. I got a full army. I may as well finally plop down those watchtowers. Yeah, I may as well. I know. It's not really... I don't want to be wasting time here, but I may as well get some watchtowers up here in the tip of Britannia, and maybe here as well. I don't know. I can always get his... he could always move out to place on watchtowers in this area, but yeah, I'll think about it. I do have some more brigands down here that I need to get rid of. Oh, you're not new brigands. You were the guys that were over here, weren't you? Yeah, I think that you've just moved on over. Okay. And that Gallic general and that army did move out, but they didn't fall into our trap. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, for this, so Boudica's getting married. How about that? So Conan the Navante. Okay. Superior commander, +3 command, good defender, so +2 command when defending, and untouched by fear, +1 morale. Hell to the yeah. 41's a little bit on the older side, but look at this guy. Conan, abso-freaking-lutely. Except Yeah, welcome to the family, bud. So we got 5,500 in the treasury. Not great, but... Yes. Strongest are the Scipii, eh? Okay. And where is this? Some more Breva. We have a German agent who's been discovered. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any assassins yet. I can finally get assassins in my tier 3 settlement once I build the bazaar, I believe. Actually, can I do that right now? Oh, yes. Let's do it. Great market gets me the assassin. Ooh, yes. I think I want that. It's going to cost 4 turns and 2,280 denarii. What does it get me income-wise? An extra 1 grand or 100 per turn? Yeah, that's probably a good spend, and I do want those. I do want those assassins just to be able to clean up this riffraff. Yeah, that seems crucial. Yeah, you keep bouncing back and forth, that little brigand dude. I'll get you eventually. And yes, shipwright in Londinium and land clearance in Massilia. Yes, yes. Alright, merit celebrations. So where are you, Conan? You're up here in Londinium. Okay. Not the best, but you can help out with this. And we are now training chariots in Naburicum and swordsmen in Deva. So just a couple turns from now, we will move out and squash that rebel army. And then we can build from that army and continue to beef it up. My navy has been kind of going up, you know, kind of scouting / looking for targets up here in the northern Germanic territory. And yeah, there's areas we can definitely attack. Now they don't have any ports yet. I haven't come across any ports that I can blockade, which is curious.
Set sail! Set sail!
Any ports?
Yes, Captain.
Any
Unable.
ports? Where's the port for this settlement? Usually there's like a fishing village, if not a port. Where is it? Is it down here maybe? No, because that's the border. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Where is this settlement? So that's Tribus Saxones. Tribus Saxones. Would it be up here? In Sweden? Or here? Oh, I'm not sure. That has to be a different settlement. Oh, that's Tribus Saxonis. This is Tribus Chatti. Oh, so maybe this is landlocked. Okay, that would probably make sense. So that's your only port for like this entire area. Okay, a little weird.
Aye, Captain.
Kind of you'd expect ports all over the place, but never mind. Yeah, so this is interesting. So he has finally overstretched himself. Yes, this is a good opportunity for us. Excellent. It's weird that he didn't go for the bridge, you know, because that's his only way to attack Massilia. He just came here to, what, look at it? To double check his scout information. He has a diplomat right there, so you would think that he would know what's up.
Chief. Move.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we're gonna pop out and stomp on him. Yeah, this army's okay. Got our head hurlers, got our spears, got our wood warriors, have our swordsmen. We got our beat up unit of druids there. And 4 chariots, most importantly. Yeah. So yeah, they do have at least the 2 generals. I thought they had 3, but generals are always visible, correct? Or would that... No, because that would be a general, because it goes on a line. Like, these are always generals, so that wouldn't be like a normal unit hidden. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 3 generals. I did see 3 generals previously, so, yeah, I don't know why that would have changed. Getting rid of 3 generals would be nice. Now, that's, you know, not guaranteed that could happen, but that would be a nice opportunity to get rid of 3 generals. And obviously, a lot of units as well. So this could be a good battle. Let's go in. Pretty happy. 2 for 1. No shit. It doesn't look like 2 for 1 for me, but I guess my command leadership abilities go a long way. And yeah, they have a 3-star general. What does he have here? Very lively, sure, likes to drink, minion, stern, beastmaster, +1 command when commanding cavalry. Okay. Yeah, so he's, you know, fine. Lucatorix will not be leading the army, even though he's the factionaire. been in the wars, so he's going to be a bit tougher to kill. He has those hit points. And then who's the other dude? So nothing too crazy. War dogs, spears, got some Balearic slingers, that's pretty fun. Spanish mercenaries, fun as well. A couple units of those, warband, cav, beat up swords. Yeah, a lot of heavy cav for sure, which is potentially problematic. You know, that's something that I talked about before, which is that that's the one thing that having my tier 3 heavy chariots would be nice for, is going up against enemy bodyguard units or just heavy cav in general without having to risk my characters, you know? So, yeah, that is definitely kind of an issue here with my army. Those 3 units crashing on in could definitely do a lot of damage. So it's important, I would say, even though my light chariots are obviously a crucial part of my army, I really want to make sure that I take that cavalry charge on my front line, on my spears, keep them in hold position, and then have the head hillers rain holy hell down upon those units. And hopefully that's how we take care of those units.
The gods know that we did not look for this war. The gods know our hearts, and the gods know the enemy are doomed. And at the last, brave warriors, I say this: fight with the courage our people expect. Fight like men.
One of the difficulties of running with chariot generals is that I want him to be in close proximity of the most crucial part of my fighting line, because of his bonuses are going to be more impactful the closer that he is to the units in that area. The thing though is that, as we know, chariots can be a bit clunky and they will run over formations. They won't kill friendly units, but they will disrupt the formations. So it's kind of a tough thing. Like, if I want them close to the line, which is going to be, as I was saying before, most important to hold against a potential heavy cav charge, my front line here, having him here is good, but if I want to extricate him from this and have him actually impactful on the flanks, he needs to kind of like come back up and around to not, you know, disrupt any formations that I have on the flanks. So it's a bit tricky. I think it's better to run chariot generals on the flanks with other potentially heavy chariot units in the future. But since I don't have that, and since I don't want to get my flank overrun by, again, a heavy cav charge targeting my general and saying, hey, we can just run through the light chariots to get to him, I'm not going to risk that. I'd rather have him here, giving his leadership bonuses and trying to stay safe. So that's going to be the idea there. So yeah, let's get started right off the bat. And yeah, we can just start advancing. That's fine with me. And what do they have? So it looks like, do they have their generals split up? Ooh, I think they have their generals split up, which is pretty fancy if they do. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I was more concerned about a concerted charge. So what do we have here? Barbarian Cav, Warlord, and then yeah, it's going to be Warlord and Warlord. Yes, all split up separately. So I got dogs on this side potentially to try to intercept a general coming in on here. And then I'm kind of thinking I can use my cav mercenaries the same way on this side, trying to intercept a general unit and maybe, oh, I don't know, ganging up on them with light chariots. Might do the trick. Not quite sure, but in any case, let's continue to try to... See, this is where I'd like to have slingers in front to bait the warlord into charging against me. But no slingers in this army. All we do have are those head hillers, which I'm going to be keeping safe behind my spears so that they can toss some heads in when the time is right. Okay, I don't like that they brought their slingers out. Yeah, that's a little bit... That makes me feel like I need to kind of push the issue a little bit, because they're going to do some damage. Ugh. I don't have a great counter to that. Alright, so let's get my guys into formation quickly. Quickly. Let's get you guys moving up and try to intercept here. And quite frankly, actually, you get back. And then on this side, yep, you guys get back. Where are such warbands? You guys just go in here, and then you come in and start ward charging. So those are Spanish mercs. You're getting hit by their javelins, so I don't want any of that smoke. And yeah, they're just getting heads tossed at them, and they're routing. So just get back here. Those are the mercs. And let's get you guys back. And what do you do? Ooh, shit, okay. So, shit. Warband. Just leave them on a Merry Goose Chase. I don't really care as long as you guys just get away. I'm surprised they're chasing them that long. But that's not where I can focus my micro right now. Here's what I want. Yeah, dogs. Dogs on general for sure. It looks like we routed the Spanish marks on this side. Perfect, but don't over chase. Don't over chase, and please don't get caught. Fucking A, don't get caught. Yeah, I can't really focus on this right now. You guys have to get over here and then go over here. Just don't get caught, guys. Yeah, I have to focus on this. Alright, what's this? Let's get in here. Let's get in here. And did my chariots kill their... one of the Spanish mercs? That's fine. And I need to get in here. And... let's see, warp. And maybe send my general right up this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go up the middle. Go here on the flanks, and then go here on the flanks. Ooh, Druids should be chanting. Shit, I forgot to do that. Damn it. And Wood Warriors need to be here so that we can charge in. So yeah, you guys go in and hit them. And then you guys come up here. And yeah, it looks like they caught and killed my chariots because I couldn't focus on that. So let's get over here. And yeah, we got a break. That feels good. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a break. There's a break. Perfect. Nice. Nice. So let's get chariots back over here so that we can try to... come on, get around. And Barbarian Cav coming on in. Yeah, you guys get on in there. And chariots on this side. So yeah, it looks like we've killed 2 of their generals, but we haven't killed all of them. Looks like we haven't killed the main one. Where is he? He's right there. Yeah, he's getting away. So the main one's gonna get away, but do we get... so 77% of their guys have been killed. So we can hunt down that warband on that side. Let's get chariots over here, because yeah, you can hunt down them. And then just run down, continue to run down all of these dudes.
The enemy army
and that's gonna do it. All we have to do now is continue routing down this last unit of warband that had chased that other chariot unit. Looks like they might have destroyed that entire chariot unit, which is a shame. I just couldn't, you know, spend that much time focusing on that micro, which is yeah, unfortunate. But once we get rid of these last few guys, and yeah, unfortunately the army's not gonna get wiped. Even though we killed 91% of their guys, that last general did get away, which is just too bad. Well, we did lose 482 men, which is not nothing. That's a chunk. That is for sure a chunk. But I killed almost 1,200 in return. And how did we do here? Barbarian Warlord got 1 point of experience for 130 kills. And yeah, Mercs got 153, 102 kills. God damn. That's a lot. Head Hurlers, 88. Warhounds only got one kill, eh? Wow. That's pretty pathetic. Huh. And then Head Hurlers, 11. Swordsmen, 12. Mercs, 27. Cav, 13. Light Chariots, 88 to 136. Head Hurlers, 67. Swords, 21. Let me see here. Swords. No, that's Chariots, 14. Swordsmen, 132. Druids, 0. Chariots, 75. Mercs, 69. And 35 for Wood Warriors and 7 for Wood Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty hectic. That's pretty hectic. I did my best though, but yeah, a little bit sloppy, but I just, yeah, I dedicated too much time on a lost unit, you know? Like, that's what's tough. There's a certain point where, yes, we all know that the skirmish function for the units in these games is pretty haggard, and that some for, you know, units that are on skirmish that are faster than the units chasing them that should not get caught, and they do get caught. The thing is, though, is that in a game like this, that especially a Rome Total War where things do just move quickly, I think that there's a point where you, at least for me, with the way that I micro and the limitations of my micro, there's an element of like just accepting, like, that's the loss. You know, that unit can't figure it out, so that's the loss. And, you know, not to you know, justify the role playing too much, but like that is also how it worked, right? You know, these armies weren't commanded by a god from over a head. They were kind of pointed in the right direction, and it's kind of, you know, given a task, right? And if they couldn't perform their duties or, you know, extricate themselves properly, then that was on them. You know, to an extent. Obviously, as a commander, you want to put your guys in the right position to succeed. But yeah, if there's a micro tax that's just taking too much of a toll, you gotta let that unit go. And yeah, that made things more difficult because I was away from the action at the center. So now, am I like at a point where I feel like I can press onto Narbo Martius after that defeat? Obviously, a good portion of that army, not the good portion, but, you know, the general, which I think is probably him. Ooh, yeah, see, that's tough. So I don't think he had this before. Bloody, +1 command, and +1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. And that's because he got hit. You know, he actually like took a hit in that last battle. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to kill him. No, it was him. Ryanrix. Never mind. It wasn't, yeah, so no, he didn't get anything from that. Okay. Yeah, he was down to 8 men in his unit, so yeah, it was close. It was a close run thing. Well, I have units up here, but they should focus on the little Germanic army. These guys, so they moved off of the bridge, or off of the tower, so now I can get these slingers into Alesia, I suppose, is going to be the aim there. General. They can move up and that siege. I could hire some mercs, but I think I want these mercs down here instead. This is probably the same mercs. And yeah, my spears did take a beating, but you know what? They held. They did. They held the line. They did their job. So what? That leaves them with 2 units of heavy cav. One's pretty damaged. Yeah, it's still a lot of bodies, but it's very tempting to attack. You know? I think I have to. I think I have to keep the pressure up. Instead of attacking from this direction on the lowland, I think I'm going to come around this hill. That way, if they do attack me, I might have a high ground up here on the side of this hill or mountain or whatever that is. Yeah, I'll see. I'll hope. I'll cross my fingers for that. General. And since you're not gonna get down here in time for any of that stuff, I'm just gonna send you and a bodyguard of chariots out here so that you can plop down a watchtower, and the infantry. Let's see here. Slingers and head hurlers start making their way down to Lebanon, and then Warband as well. You Warband, spend the turn retraining, and then you will join them afterwards. And can I get 1,000 denarii from the Armenians for map information and map information? And yes, they say we both will profit from it. And at least I did. I know I did. So that is nice. And now, so what do we know about them? So they have these territories. And do we know anything else? Yeah, we still don't see that Parthian territory up there. Ooh, the Armenians have taken this. Ooh, interesting. Cool. This is held by rebels. Okay. So we don't have any vision on that Parthian territory. And this is Egyptian, yes, Pontic. Okay. So not much. We didn't learn much. Ooh, Carthaginian diplomat. Hey, how about that?
I will talk to them.
How about that? That's all we needed. So map info for map info. Can we get another 1,000 denarii from you guys? Oh no, that's an offer. Let's not offer. Let's just do make demand. 1,000. And they want trade. Let's see here. I wonder if trading with a faction that my allies are at war with would piss off my allies. It kind of makes sense that it would. Let's say yes. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to piss off the Spanish. That kind of, I don't know. Maybe I have to cancel that. I don't know. A little nervous about that one. Let's come over here and we'll look and find the Parthians.
Out of moves.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that decision. I want to keep this as a quiet front if I can. Okay, the Carthaginians did break off that siege, or they were able to, the Spanish should break off that siege. Okay. Alright, so that's good. And up here, let's get my fleets continuing to... Oh, you've already moved in this turn? Okay, that's fine. And despite the fact that there are a couple battles for me to fight in this turn, yes, I think that I'm going to be leaving that until next time. So before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Kana playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.